and breathe. Settle in. Come into this space. You may have other things going on around you. You may have things going on inside your head. But now is the time to let them go. Give yourself permission to become present. And the keys to getting present, to getting into the moment are, okay, this shirt does not go well on camera. It doesn't read nicely. Oh, well, that's okay. Sorry, distracted girl. Getting grounded, feeling where you physically are in space. That's why I always say, find that connection to the earth. And then to come to your breath, that anchoring sensation of air moving in and out of the body. That's how we get really present in the moment. We can leave the past behind us for a bit. We can not so much worry about the future coming up. We can simply sit with what is. So find that connection to the ground, find your connection to breath. Allow yourself to be present in space and time here on this Thursday, in this body, on your yoga mat. Or if you're doing this as a recording, whatever day it is for you. And breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Just take a couple of cleansing breaths. Just breathing in and maybe out through the mouth. Just letting something go. Just letting something go. After you've taken those 2 or 3 breaths and maybe taken a moment to set a clear and positive intention for your practice today, you might start to move the neck, turning the head, making small circles. We're going to loosen the body up just a little bit. This flow is actually going to kind of loosen us up as we go, but I want to get a little movement in first. And this is a great opportunity to observe your body and see just how you feel this morning. And I know that sometimes people wonder, because I usually have a theme or a mantra for every class I teach. My theme for this one is, I feel good. And if you've got music playing in your head now, you're welcome. Because I hear the song every time I say, I feel good, but I do, I feel good. I feel good. I feel good in my body. I feel good in this space in my life. The weather is beautiful here right now. Start to maybe work the shoulders in. I'm taking a little baby side stretch. I'm just leaning away and lengthening through one arm and the other, holding on to the knees, maybe even looking up here. Come on into the center. Notice which foot is in front. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Look up at your thumbs. Slide the right hand back, cross the left hand over, lift the chin away from the chest, take a little twist. Inhale up to the sky. Take a little twist to the other side. Inhale up in the center. And take a little fold here, coming down to where it feels good. Ease your way into it. Hello, Mimosa. She's such a ham. If the camera's on, she's going to be out here looking to see what's happening. Inhale, roll all the way up, chin to chest, and switch your feet. Roll out the shoulders, maybe move the wrists a little, if that feels good for your body. And then come up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the hands up, look at your thumbs. Slide the left hand back and the right hand across. Exhale, little twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale and lift up. Then exhale, fold forward. And notice if the fold feels different on this side. When you've reached your maximum depth of fold, let the head drop nice and heavy. And tuck the chin and roll back up, seated. Pause for a moment. Observe what you're feeling in your body. Physical sensations or emotions. Simply know that they're there. And then we'll shift into tabletop, all fours. Opening the fingers up nice and wide and gripping with the fingerprints. Pushing the tops of the feet down or maybe tucking the toes under today. We'll take a couple of quick rounds here of cow and cat. Dropping the belly low. And rolling through chin to chest. And then maybe starting to move off the rails here, shifting the hips side to side, getting a little side body stretch. Maybe nodding the head yes and shaking it no. You might even try rocking back towards child's pose and forward towards a little mini plank. Just see how the wrists feel. Circle the hips. And then we'll come into neutral, tuck the toes all the way under. Pull the belly up towards the spine, lift the knees off the mat, hover just for a moment, and then slide the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And let's just walk the dog out here. Use this shape to help find some ease and some movement through the feet, bending the knees. Doing your best to keep the bony part of your elbow pointing out and your biceps coming around next to your ears. That is an external rotation in the arms. And it is, it's a great, I can't even think of the word I want. It really, really helps keep the shoulders safe and downward facing dog. We'll go with that. Moving through the feet, the knees, shifting the hips. And then settle in. Lift the hip creases as high as they want to go. And then let the heels drop towards the earth, keeping a bend in the knees if the hamstrings need. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And we'll rise up on the toes, look up at our thumbs, and walk to the top of the mat for our first forward fold of the morning. Feet are at least 6 inches apart. Head hangs nice and heavy. Turn the palms up, wiggle your fingers. Maybe keep a little bend in the knees here as well. You can take a little bit of a sway. And then we'll bring palms to shins. Inhale up halfway, strong belly here. Exhale, lower the hips, rest your elbows on your thighs, and we're going to rock our way into our heels and into our toes. We're going to come back to this throughout our practice today, the sensation of rocking. Take a look at your feet. Notice if as you roll towards your toes, are you sitting all the way into the big toes? Are you rolling towards the pinky toes? Or are we nice and grounded through both sides? It's okay if you feel like you're going to fall over. You'll just take a step. And then hold here in the center, long, long spine. Push down to rise all the way up. Hands come sliding into heart center. Feel the feet nice and grounded. Belly is strong. Take a breath. I feel good. I'm going to move in a way that just keeps me feeling good. Inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold, let it go. Hips slide back. Lift up halfway. Exhale and fold, checking those feet about 6 inches apart here. Soften both knees, left foot steps back, turn the heel into the middle. Rise up, warrior one. Inhale, reach the hands back, lean to the front leg, diagonal lunge. Exhale and lift up, warrior one. Diagonal lunge, lean. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, diagonal. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, diagonal, we'll hold. Soften and lift the back heel. Step to the top of the mat, hands into the heart. Deep breath up. Forward fold. Lift up halfway. And fold. Slide the right foot back, pivot the heel in. Ground left knee over left ankle. And then reach all the way up, warrior one. Inhale, forward diagonal. Excuse me. Exhale, lift, warrior one. Inhale, forward diagonal lunge. Exhale, lift. Diagonal lunge to warrior one. Diagonal lunge and hold. You might start to feel this left leg shake a little bit. I like to keep my arms down and back like airplane arms here. Really turn your muscles on. Be intentional with that. Lift the back heel, step to the top of the mat, hands in the heart. Deep breath up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Slide the left foot back, turn the heel in. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. This time you have an option. You can go into the diagonal lunge and hold, or you can fly into your warrior three and hold. They're both going to work here for you. They're both weighting into the front leg. So you pick the option that works for you, diagonal lunge or warrior one. And then exhale, everybody rises up, warrior one. Everybody takes diagonal lunge, lean, lift the back foot and open up, warrior two. Reverse, right hand up. Exhale, warrior two. Up and back, reverse to warrior two. One more, lift up. And windmill the hands down. Frame the front foot, lift the back heel, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, elbows to knees, rock heels and toes. Flatten out the back. Next breath in, sweep up to the sky. Then hands come to the heart. Deep breath up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Slide the right foot back, turn the heel in. Exhale, reach it up, warrior one. Diagonal lunge or warrior three. It's okay when we fall out of our shapes. Try again. Everybody come back, warrior one. Everybody take diagonal lunge. Lift the back heel and open up for warrior two. And reverse, left hand flips and lifts, warrior two. Inhale up, warrior two. One more time, reverse warrior. Windmill the hands, lift the back heel, step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Lower the hips and rocket heels and toes. And you might notice this gets easier as we move through flow, or you build more confidence or strength. Really, we're using this to get you super aware of your feet. Pause. Next inhale pushes up to the sky. Then hands slide into the heart. Let's just add on. Deep breath up. Forward fold. Let it go. Lift up halfway. And fold. Slide the left foot back. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. Diagonal lunge or take your warrior three to warrior one. Everybody takes diagonal lunge. Lift the back heel and open, warrior two. Reverse. Back to warrior two, feel those feet. Reverse and hold. Breathing into the right lung. We'll straighten through the right leg and reach forward and down. Take a look at your back foot. If your toes are really pointing to the left, you might push the heel back a little so that the toes are angled forward. It just makes a little more space for the hips to open for Trikonasana. Triangle pose. One more breath here. Bend the front knee, press up and back, reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Step that back foot around, lift the heel for high lunge. Lift up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift. Make two fists, cactus the arms. Feel your heartbeat. Inhale, lift. Cactus, lift the heart. Inhale, lift. Bring the hands down to the ground. Step to the top of the mat. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale it halfway. Exhale, elbows to thighs, rock it out. Doesn't need to be a big move, but maybe you start to push really up into those toes. Flatten out the back. Inhale, press up to the sky, strong glutes. Hands come to heart. Let's try the other side. Deep breath up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Step the right foot back, turn the heel in. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. Diagonal lunge or fly your warrior three. Inhale, everybody, warrior one. Exhale, everybody, diagonal lunge. Lift it, open the back foot, warrior two. Up and back, reverse. To warrior two. Reverse and hold. Straighten the front leg, maybe pivot that back heel out and reach forward and down for triangle pose. We're here for 3 breaths. Bend the front knee, press it back, warrior two. Reach up and back, reverse. Windmill the hand. Oh, I lied. Warrior two, stay. Pivot the back heel, lift it up, find your high lunge. If high lunge isn't for you, come back to your warrior one base. Pivot that heel down and in, that'll work too. High lunge is more balance and it's more on the foot. Inhale, lift, fists and cactus arms. Feel really strong here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus, feel the heartbeat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Last time, lift up. Float the hands down. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Elbows on thighs, drop the hips. Rock it out. Next breath in, rise up to the sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. Come back to your mantra, your intention, or simply ride the wave of I feel good. Add on, deep breath up. Forward fold. Lift halfway. And fold, moving with the breath here. Sliding the left foot back, turn it in, inhale. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. Inhale, forward diagonal, or warrior three. Exhale, set it down gently, warrior one. Everybody take the diagonal lunge. Lift and open the back foot, warrior two. Reach up and back, reverse. Straighten the front leg, pivot that back heel, forward and down. Trikonasana, triangle pose, 3 breaths. Bend the front knee, up and back, reverse. Back to your warrior two. Lift, step it around, high lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms one time. Inhale, reach the hands up. Bring the hands down to the hips. Take more weight into the front foot. We're actually going to step up into tree pose. So your first option on that is to keep those left toes on the ground, lift the left heel, and pivot the knee open. This is your first variation. So if that's what feels good, take that. Or you can step right up into your tree pose. It's okay to wobble. Use your hands for balance. Put them wherever it helps. Release the left foot down. Reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, circle them around to prayer. Deep breath up. Forward fold. Lift up halfway. And fold. Slide the right foot back, turn the heel in. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. Diagonal lunge or fly your warrior three. It's just an inhale. Exhale, warrior one. Everybody diagonal lunge. Exhale, lift and open up, warrior two. Reverse the warrior, left hand lifts. Straighten the front leg, pivot that right heel slightly, float down, Trikonasana, 3 breaths. Bend the front knee, up and back to reverse, and back to your warrior two. Pivot it around, high lunge, lift. Exhale, cactus the arms, strong fists. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the hips. Step it up, your version of tree pose. Really strong through the left glutes here. Let the right knee open out. 2 more breaths. Place the right foot down. Circle the hands around to the heart. Take a deep breath up. It's just the breath. Hands to heart. 2 more times. Breathe up. Hands to heart. Breathe all the way up. Look at the thumbs. Hands to heart. Come back to your intention. I'm going to add on. You've got this. Breathe up. Forward fold. Let it go. Lift up halfway. And fold. Slide the left foot back. Turn the heel. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. Diagonal lunge or warrior three. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior one. Everybody take the diagonal. Weight the front foot. Lift and open up, warrior two. Inhale, up and back. Pivot that left heel, straighten the front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Maybe this time you shift the gaze. If you always look up in triangle, try looking down. If you always look down, try looking up. 1 more breath. Bend the front knee, up and back, reverse your warrior. Back to your warrior two. Pivot the left heel, reach both hands up. High lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, step it up, tree pose. Don't lock out the right knee, keep it a little soft. Release the left toes to point slightly out. Open the right toes to point slightly out. Take a deep breath up. And we're going to find Malasana, Yogi squat. So you might bring the elbows to the knees and stay right here. Or you might drop the hips all the way down, lift the heart up, and maybe rock into the toes and into the heels. Put the hands down, lift the hips up. Heel toe the feet in, 6 inches. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, elbows to thighs, rock it out. Notice the things in your body that need to shift in order to allow this little balance to happen. Particularly for me, it's challenging to rock into my heels and lift my toes because the back side of my body is more weighted than the front. Settle it down. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Sometimes I amuse myself. Forward fold, let it go. Strong belly all the way down. Lift up halfway and fold. Slide the right foot back, turn the heel in. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. Inhale, diagonal lunge or warrior three. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, diagonal lunge, everybody. Exhale, lift and open, warrior two. Reach up and back, reverse, pause. Shift the right heel back, straighten the front leg. Slide it down, Trikonasana. Still a soft bend in that left knee. Bend the front knee, up and back, reverse. Really reach to warrior two. Lift and pivot, high lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step it up to tree pose. Strong belly, strong glutes. Feel the foot shift. Release the right toes to turn out. Open the left toes out. Take a deep breath up, stretch. And exhale, sink it into Malasana. Put the fingers down. Lift the hips. Heel toe the feet in. Forward fold. Palms to shins halfway. Exhale, elbows to thighs, rock it out. And use this moment to observe where you're feeling sensation in the body from today's movement. Next, inhale reaches up to the sky. And the hands come into the heart. We're going to add on just one more pose each side and we're done. You've got this. Breathe up. Forward fold. It's our last time through on this side. Halfway lift. And fold. Step the left foot back, pivot it in. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. Diagonal lunge or warrior three. Exhale, warrior one. Everybody diagonal. Lift and open, warrior two. Inhale, up and back, reverse. Straighten the legs, slide that left heel, reach it forward and down. Trikonasana. 2 more breaths. Bend the front knee, reverse the warrior to warrior two. Pivot it around, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, fists and cactus arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tree pose. Your version today. One more breath. Exhale, the left toes out, the right toes out. Take a deep breath up. Find your Malasana. One breath here. Fingers to the earth, shift into the toes, lift the hips. Heel toe the feet in, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale to the sky. And exhale, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Sit the hips back. Figure 4 chair. And it's okay if you get wobbly and fall out of it. Keep the right leg as it is. Put the left foot on the ground, chair pose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Slide the right foot back, turn the heel in. Exhale, rise up, warrior one. Diagonal lunge or warrior three. Exhale, warrior one. Diagonal lunge, lean into the front leg. Lift and open the back foot, warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Pivot the right heel, triangle pose. 3 breaths. Bend the knee, reverse the warrior. Back to warrior two. Lift the back heel, pivot it around, high lunge, lift. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tree pose. 2 more breaths. Open the right toes out. Open the left toes out. Take a deep breath up. Exhale, Malasana, your version. If the hips are all the way down, you might engage the whole pelvic floor and lift up about 1 inch. And then put the fingertips down, lift the hips, heel toe the feet in, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, lower the hips. Here we go. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, right ankle, cross the left knee, sit back. Figure 4 chair. Whew. It's okay if we lose it. I just did. Refocus. One more breath. Keep the left leg, put the right foot down, chair pose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Take 3 deep breaths here, please. One more. Deep breath up, look at the thumbs. Forward fold, let it go. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step it back to tabletop, all fours. Inhale, low belly cow to cat. 2 more times. Slow your breath down now. 1 more, cow pose to cat pose. Bring the toes in, the knees out, and the hips back. Child's pose. Two more breaths. Maybe lift the forehead. Walk both hands off the right side of the mat, and maybe stack the left hand on top of the right. And maybe it's the temple, the left temple, or the forehead still coming down, taking a little side body stretch on the left. Next, inhale, we'll lift the gaze, walk through center to the other side. Maybe the right hand stacks on top, resting the forehead or the right temple down on the mat, stretching through the right side body. Inhale, lift the gaze, walking it back into center. Bring the elbows down to the ground. Lift the hips. Set the knees underneath the hips for table bow. Just pause here. Check in, see if those elbows are right under your shoulders. And we'll take a little cow pose, then a little cat pose. Notice that the range of motion is different with the forearms on the ground. And just one more cat bow. Coming back into neutral. The next 30 seconds, you get to choose. You can go back to your child's pose, or you can take your version of plank, either forearms or up on the hands. We're going to start in about 10 seconds, so decide how you feel. You need more rest, you take child's pose and you breathe. It's only for 30 seconds. Pick what it is you like. I'm going to plank it. And our 30 seconds is started. So you're in child's pose and breathing, or you're in plank. You can even start your plank with the knees up and just put it down partway through if you're like, oh, wow, that's too much. Halfway through, breathing. Five seconds. Strong belly if you're in your plank. Everybody come back into tabletop. Ooh, that was fun. Swing feet around, drop the hips back. We're going to come all the way down. If you have a block handy, you might want to put that within reach. Take your time coming all the way down. And we're going to bring the feet right up to the sky. Circle the ankles and wiggle the toes. And then once again, you have the option of just holding here with the feet lifted and finding rest. Or you can take the next, I'll tell you when it starts, 30 seconds to do a little bit of core work. That's up to you. I'm going to open my feet out slightly wider than my hips so that I can reach my right hand towards my left foot and my left hand towards my right foot in little crunches. Your 30 seconds starts right now. Core work. We're simply pausing, circling the ankles and wiggling the toes. Using the breath to guide you, whether you're in a resting pose or an active pose. Just give me one more on each side if you're doing the core work. Aren't you happy I made it optional today? Everybody relax, draw the knees into the chest. Maybe rock side to side. And then we'll bring the feet down to the earth, bridge base. Hips down, feet down, knees up. You are welcome to slide a block under the sacrum for this next cycle, or you can do all of this with the hips on the earth. Doesn't matter, you can go either way. You know I love my block under my hips for supported bridge, so I'm going there. We're just going to take 3 breaths in bridge pose. And if you do have a prop, you might want to extend the legs out. Play with turning the pinky toes out and coming up to the sky, just to stretch through the front of the hips. And we're all going to come back here and lift the feet back up to the sky. One more time. Move the ankles, wiggle the toes, and pause for a couple of breaths. This is a variation of legs up the wall. Just one more breath. And then we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. Let that right foot drop down. Draw the knees into the chest. You're welcome to reach the left hand between and the right hand around and hold the right hamstring. If you are using your prop, you don't actually need to. You can just let the arms rest with the palms up, let the fingers curl in softly. And you might keep the feet a little active. Just every now and again, circle them, point them, and flex them. Keep the toes awake. About 3 more breaths on this side. And now maybe you lift the right foot to the sky and add in that hamstring curl. If you like, you can reach the right hand up for the toes or hook the big toe. And let go and we'll switch sides. Right ankle crosses over left. Let the left foot start out heavy. And for this transition, you can bring the feet back to the earth and then switch if that feels better in your body. Or if you like this midair switch and you want to feel all Cirque du Soleil, go for it. I love the midair switch. I think it's fun, but not everybody does. So take what works for you. That's really always my goal in teaching in a yoga class, is to give you options so that you can take what works for you. It's not a better or a worse thing. So as you're pausing here in this reclined figure 4, I invite you to release any sense of judgment, to let the word lazy depart from your vocabulary. Taking rest is not lazy. It is not less good than being active, no matter what Western culture tells you. I wholeheartedly disagree. Some days, rest is exactly what you need in order to be able to move forward. Maybe now you lift the left foot up to the sky, option to reach the left finger up. This is a harder reach for me. I don't know why. And then we'll release, uncross, and draw both knees into the chest. Just let them rest here, Apanasana. It is called knees to chest pose because that's the intention of the energy. The knees are bringing their energy towards the heart, not because you actually can rest your knees on your heart. Not everybody can do that. And that isn't actually the point, right? It's about, are you drawing them in? You're welcome to use your hands to be an assist here. Always a great idea. Just 2 more breaths. Let go of that need to move, to wiggle, to do what's next. To be in constant motion. Give yourself permission to be still and just in this shape right now. Give everything you've got to being in Apanasana. And on the next inhale, we'll slowly bring the feet back to the earth, to our bridge base. If you were using your prop, slide the hips up, release the block out, and gently bring the hips back to the earth, 1 vertebra at a time, tailbone nice and tucked. Pause for a breath. Excuse me. And then you can either take the feet out wide and windshield wiper slow and easy, or you can draw the knees back into the chest and rock the knees side to side. If you pull the knees into the chest, it's a slightly deeper twist. So if that's not for you today, you do it with the feet on the earth. Again, it's not a better or worse, it's what serves. And if you do draw the knees into the chest, you might want to explore squeezing a block between your knees as you take this side to side. You can even use a book, doesn't matter. Just put something firm between the knees so you're engaging the legs as you roll side to side. And the next time the knees come over to the right, just let them stay. Maybe the left arm reaches out, and maybe the left ear comes towards the earth. Spinal twist. This is bliss. 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, we'll release the nose to the sky, slide the knees back up through center, and take our time to rock over to the left. Maybe put the right ear on the earth. I like to bring my left hand on top of my right thigh. If you are doing this from feet planted, you might put the left ankle on top of the right thigh. And then the next inhale, we'll come back up to center. Put the feet down on the ground. I'm still holding my block with my knees. I'm going to walk my feet wide and let my knees come in. And again, if internal rotation is a challenge in your hips, you are not alone with that, my friends. Putting a block between your knees just allows you to get a good amount of that internal rotation, but not so much that you can't take the shape at all. And you can use a pillow for this or any kind of prop. You can use a bolster or foam roller, whatever you have. I don't recommend using a weight, like a dumbbell, because when those drop, that's a little scary, I'm just saying. And then if you do have a prop between the knees, gently release with the hand, and we'll bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out. Pausing here in reclined bound angle for a few breaths. If this shape is like, I don't want to do that one today, you have my wholehearted permission to take something else. Take a happy baby, or maybe you want to turn all the way around and take a full pigeon pose, or a child's pose, or a fetal pose, or maybe you are ready to dive into your Shavasana right now and you just want to lay out. There isn't a wrong way for you to do this. Be mindful, honor your body that you brought to the mat today, and choose the pieces that really just make you feel good. That was our goal today. You guys know I love a supported bound angle. So here I am, baby. Wherever you're at, I invite you, I encourage you, start with some easy movement, but then see if you can pause and simply be in the shape without moving for about 3 to 5 breaths. Maybe taking a slightly deeper breath now in preparation for coming into our final shape of the day. If you're in bound angle, press the feet together, ease the knees up. You can move your props out of the way. And now come into your final resting shape. That might be corpse pose, that might be a bridge base, it might be child's pose today. You can even take a fetal posture. What feels good? That's where you want to come. Easing down, slowing the breath down. And breathing really easy here. There is nothing left to do in this practice. These next moments are yours to be and to breathe, to allow the body to process all the information it just gathered through movement. Yoga is very much a yin-yang practice. And asana is yang. It builds heat, it creates movement, it's flow. But the yin side is Shavasana. It's the rest, it's the processing, it's the ease, the sukha in our practice. And they work better together. So ease down, find some stillness, breathe deeply. Welcome to Shavasana. bringing your awareness back to the earth underneath you and coming back to your breath. Once again, bringing yourself back to being present, being fully engaged in this moment that's right here. The past is done. The future is a surprise. The present is a gift. This breath is the only one you know for sure you're going to take. So let's savor them. Let's cherish them, collect them like something precious. And create a little soft movement in your body, maybe fingers and toes or knees to chest, whatever serves. Maybe turn the head side to side, or just very gently blink your eyes open if they were closed. Excuse me, frog in my throat. I always think of Tina when I say frog in my throat, because she's a really cute story about it. Turn to one side, maybe draw knees to chest, or maybe you want to rock and roll and come back all the way up to seated. And bring the spine up really tall, head over heart, heart over hips. Turn your palms to face up. And bring the hands together at the heart center. And bow the head here. A moment of surrender, a symbol of the sealing in of today's practice, with mindfulness and gratitude. And the intention to take our intentions off the mat. That's the real practice of yoga. Challenging shapes on your mat are meant to help you deal with challenging situations in your life. Because the way we do one thing is pretty much the way we do everything. So if you practice your yoga with grace and mindfulness and intelligence and humor, you can bring that off the mat, take it into any situation that life throws at you. And that is definitely my wish for you this week, that you continue to feel good. And I'll see you guys back soon. Thank you for sharing practice with me today. Namaste.